So custody has a whole set of manifestations of very fancy legal words to tell you what custody is. So I'm going to break it down into what they're called and the reality. So first of all, the premise is if you want custody, you have to establish you're a parent. And to be a parent, you have to have one of the things I just talked about. A DNA test that acknowledges you're a parent, which would be an order of affiliation. That's a fancy word for meaning you are the parent. A birth certificate, which, by the way, in and of itself is not enough because a birth certificate is actually given by the hospital after the mother says that's the father. What goes with that in the hospital is something called an acknowledgement of paternity. So what you want to do when you're not married and you have a child and you have a baby and you get those papers, you should really keep a copy of them for yourself in a separate place, because if it doesn't work out, you need to be in a position to show everyone you are. So now, man and woman are together. They have 2 kids. Mom says, I've had it, moves out. And now you want to see the kids. You file something called a V-Docket. A V-Docket is 2 things. It's either visitation or custody. So a visitation docket basically says, I want to see my kid. Here's the proof it's my child. And the other person is not letting me see the child. So that's a petition for custody. A custody is based on the best interest of the child. Now, what's the best interest of the child? It's a fancy set of words that really mean the following. Who is the person who primarily cares for the child, supports the child, interacts with the child, knows about the child's school, knows about the child's doctors, knows who the child's friends are? So if you want to be a parent and you want to fight for parentage, you better know those things. Standing there and going, well, I don't know because she wouldn't tell me, is not an excuse. Courts do not appreciate that you don't really care about your kid that's now 40 years old and now you want to be a dad or a mom, quite frankly, because it goes both ways.